I've been journaling in one form or another ever since I was 10. You would think that I got journaling down at this point, but in this video, I'm going to tell a tragic but also uplifting story of my recent unfinished journal and some key takeaways and some little bits of advice. I got this journal in February 2023 when I was taking a little break from planners and whatnot, and I was just keeping up with my memory planner as it's the single most important thing in my life, not to be overly dramatic. I was really inspired to get back to the crazy world of decorating the notebooks, and I thought to myself, one better way than just start it off with a daily journal when I can decorate a page a day and fill it with my daily ramblings and happening. The great thing about it is that it's a good way to add these little bursts of creativity into your daily life. If you decorate a planner spread, it seems like a bigger commitment in a way. You're stuck with it for the whole week and you can add more stickers and more of everything, whereas with these little daily spreads, the pressure's off, it's just one day and stakes are lower, so to speak. You got nothing to lose and can try different techniques or experiment with different materials. Building on that, it was such a great way to use up some of my random bits of stationery that I've got from my planner conferences, or just random swaps or gifts or whatever it might be. The bits that you're just hoarding as it is too hard to part with, but you've not been using it for anything and there's just not enough to constitute a full planner spread. All these spreads, I try to use them up like these random bits of paper, or I even put all my leftover flower stickers here so I can discard of those sheets instead of keeping them with a couple of flowers each, which I of course would have done. It's also great for discovering and more importantly rediscovering some of your old supplies. I would aim for a different sticker book each day or a different pen or something that I've not used before to give me some sort of variety. There's a strangest phenomenon as well that as long as you're journaling daily, you always find something to say about that day. But then if you miss a couple, it's the hardest thing to remember anything that's happened. It's just like if you meet a friend you've not seen for months, it's really hard to come up with one thing to say, but you can always find little bits and pieces to tell your colleague. Daily journaling is a great practice to slow down time and take genuine interest in your day-to-day life. If you're struggling at first, you can always start with how was your day, what did you do, what did you watch, read or listen to, add a little gratitude list or happy list, who you've spoken to and how they're doing, and of course all the feelings that you have during the day. If there's literally nothing, like this day I was sick and unable to leave the bed, I just filled it with stickers mostly and just added random little bits. There are a few process reels on my Instagram on how I would put these together decorating wise. I would just start with one sticker and one topic, and then once it's kind of finished, add another few stickers and it would go from there, so the decorating would go hand in hand with my writing. That brings me to all the empty pages. There comes a time when you just cannot keep up with these journals. I first moved to a different apartment and then I was really sick with tonsillitis and my intentions were there. I was totally gonna keep up with it, but it's just too much sometimes, and there's that phenomenon again when you just don't remember anymore, all days blend into one. I left all these empty pages with the hope to fill them, but then never did. That's why I'm transitioning into a happy planner again for my daily journaling. It's smaller space and less pressure. Even if I do miss a day, I can fill it with another day or just random little bits that I remember. I've actually had a happy planner journal before and it worked really well, so I want to come back to the basics. That's what I would recommend if you're thinking of starting a daily journal. Just start small, maybe a line a day or a paragraph, and then expand. I would hate it to be all these empty pages and you never try journaling again. It's okay to leave a page empty or leave out a week or keep the same journal for years. As long as you're writing something down, you're getting that benefit of slowing the time down a bit and being more mindful and more reflective over your life. Maybe even gaining some clarity or perspective. That happened to me more than once when I would write something down full of anger, and then once it's written down I would think to myself, how silly of me to be angry about something so trivial, and would just let it go. Now that I'm looking back at it all nostalgic, I think I will take all my pages I filled and put them in my happy planner journal I've started, and I could still use a full page to write about the days when I need a little bit more space or just want a little change of pace. That's the beauty of a disc-bound system, you can meld all of it together. I would hate for this journal to go to waste and the empty pages are just staring back at me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit more rambling than usual, but I do love my journals. Please let me know if you enjoy journaling, and if you do, you might also want to check this video out where I show 5 ways to incorporate journaling into your planner routine. Thanks again, and I shall see you in my next craft session.